And so again, they're positioning this as inventory financing, right? So we talked about Sinosure as one tool, and Sinosure can be a benefit to you. Again, most of the time it goes through the suppliers. Sinosure will develop a credit line for you. It goes through the suppliers, and the suppliers will draw down on that line. So you have one line that all the suppliers will draw down on at Sinosure. A next bit that we've negotiated a deal, and they're trying to model this deal, is inventory financing. So if you have some amount of inventory sitting in Amazon and you can't draw against it on a line of credit, then you're missing an asset. It's an idle asset, right? And so we have a deal that we've basically, the framework is there, but they're trying to model it special for Amazon guys who have a different inventory usage and a lower risk to the inventory financer, because it's all in a third-party environment, right? So if you don't pay them and you sign a release, basically if you don't pay them, then they don't have to try to get it out of your garage. It's in a third-party place. So they can charge you less money, and it's a more sophisticated deal. Now, the best is probably just bank financing your inventory. That's probably the lowest cost of interest, Prime plus one or something. And if you don't have that facility with your bank or can't get it yet, then you kind of go into the secondary category. The one we're kind of describing would be one of those categories. Then there's, of course, hard money, which is the worst. And Amazon is kind of like hard money. So we don't care about that, but I may have to log in to just show you what one of the deals looks like. Oh, nerds, give me a break. Never log into anything in my life. Okay, so I'm just going to show you. I heard about these guys. I kind of like these guys, so I'm like, throw some money in there, just see what happens. And so we threw in capital in some deals, and I'll dive in and show you. So I'm showing you from the investor side, not from the inventory side, but it'll show you some of the deals and give you the perspective. So we threw a little money in these deals, and then now the money started to be paid back. And you can see, like, I haven't gone into any other deals. They're down to their last payment will be due, or next payment will be due April 2nd. Maybe that's the last one. I don't know. Let me see if I can go in and show you the transactions. So you can see each deal that I went into, October, September, and you can see how much we invested. And again, each investor can select how much of the share that they want to take. So this is crowdfunding for financing, which works across a number of categories, but this is a unique one just for kind of inventory Amazon financing. And you see, there's no money in there. I risked $1,500 for $120. I don't really care about that, but I do care about kind of the ecosystem and want to understand it. Let's see the details of one of these older ones. And I'm going to try to show you the front end of it. What the front end offer looked like. Can you guys see it? Probably not that great, right? Michael, what's a command to make this get bigger?
Command plus.
Command plus. Okay, can you guys see that better now?
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. Oh, I can look at here. I don't have to look there. So I put in $11,950. I got $12,801 back, and that was basically over 4 payments or 4 months, right? So again, this is not get-rich-quick scheme, but it's like, the guy paid less than $1,000 and he got the money, and then they take it out in sequences automatically, similar to the Amazon financing, but this is less costly than Amazon financing in principle. And you can see the structure, you can see the transaction history, you can see everything. My main point is these guys are really, really smart about how they do deals. So let me see if I can take you into the investment opportunities.
If you can't find one, I've got an email from them that has, when there's a...
Some of the deals, yeah. Have you...
I think from an investor point of view, I think the average they say was about 20% before their fees, 21 or 22% annualized. And from the seller's point of view, the big difference is you start paying back when the stock hits, whereas I think the Amazon lending starts from earlier than that, so it's more cost effective.
Well, and again, it's all about availability. If you don't have Amazon lending, what's your next choice, right? And again, I'm not pitching these guys, but I'm a learner, as stated on my strengths, and so I like to know about these things. And I really do test stuff. Like I'll buy, I'll test. That's how I learn. I have to fail fast. So you can see this guy has had this much revenue. He's trying to raise he's only raised 7,000. Maybe that's all he's going for. I can't tell. This person's doing $1 million a year. They raised 47,000.
Yeah, but click on the deal, there's better detail behind it.
All right, let's take a look.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so click, close the window.
Okay.
There.
Oh, there you go.
That's what you want.
Okay, so yeah, so they're basically just kind of showing you how they're looking. And this guy, if he's that old, maybe he's not even eligible for Amazon lending yet, but he's able to what it was it 60 or 70,000 he raised. Oh, 47,000 right there. Yeah. So to be able to come up with 47 grand and really have very low risk, even though, we all have to look at what's the cost and is it really worth it? Sinosure is going to be at least 1% a month, right? So everything has a cost to it, and that cost of capital that Duncan talked about is very important. I find it interesting. It's something, whether or not it can help you guys directly or indirectly, I don't know. But take a look if you're interested. Okay, let's talk about dinner tonight.